What's up, everybody? Cap's done. He's off the phone. It's Happy Tuesday, or is it? It's the Recap Lunch Hour with Guff, me, Ryan McGuffey, in the Recap Studios. And I know everybody's yelling. They're screaming. They've been screaming since last night when we were doing the Cubs Recap podcast live. Everyone's got a fix. No one's got an answer. The Cubs offense is broken. They haven't picked the right starting pitcher of the last two games. Yay. Here we are, October 7th, and Godfather, I'm going to do it for you. Still under the luxury tax, my friend. I'll start the whole show off that way because the Chicago Cubs don't have enough starting pitching. Blown out in Game 2 of the NLDS after a 3-0 lead. Feeling pretty good, and then bam, just like that, Andrew flippin' Vaughn ties it. Took the air right out of the balloon of the Cubs, put it all in the Milwaukee Brewers dugout. And the team that doesn't have enough slugging, they can't certainly go to the World Series. They don't have enough. They don't have what it takes. Blah 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 blah. The Brewers are up 2-0. Cubs season's on the brink. Tomorrow it's Jameson Taillon at Wrigley Field. Now look, the sky is falling. I get it, but as of right now, the Cubs are playing a baseball game tomorrow, and that's all you got to worry about. One game at a time. Don't tell me it's not possible. 89% of the time, I know all of the stats. This is the time where you like to pile on and just go, this is improbable, this is impossible. I want to remind you, albeit a completely different team managed by a completely different person, that the Cubs were down 3-1 in the 2016 World Series. We forget that. I don't. I remember Joe Madden sending his team home so he could trick or treat with his family and then getting on the plane, taking the pressure off of them. And that, at this point, is what needs to be done for the Cubs. But I don't think you guys are ready to do that because the real Phil Simms starts us off with 7:31:25, enough said. And that's what's going to come down to. That's the most frustrating part, is the trade deadline. That was hot, straight hot garbage, completely unacceptable. Acceptable. How do you see them coming back in the series? I see them, here's what you have to play one game at a time. And quite frankly, I'm not sure that they have yet. I'm not sure they have yet. They should, the way these off days are in this series actually lined up well for the Cubs for a rested bullpen. I have no idea what the hell their plan was for Colin Ray. I don't. Cap was spot on last night, despite spending $100 million less. The Brewers know how to handle business. Last night validated why they should have started Colin Ray. Basically, Taillon is pitching to save the season. By the way, even if they come back, definitely not beating the Dodgers. Let's not look ahead to next week. Let's not. What's the point? They actually matched up well against the Dodgers this year outside of Tokyo. So can we not start talking about what's going to happen sometime? Let's just... Taillon pitched to save the season last Thursday. Did we forget about that? That game on Thursday was an elimination game. And what happened? He pitched his ass off for 4 innings. So it's a game by game. I'm not sitting here saying, oh, I think the Cubs are going to win the series. But I can tell you, and I will tell you, I think they can win a game. And then you worry about Thursday. Dodgers-Phillies is over. The series most likely ends in 4. And yes, Thompson's seat will be white hot. Phil, in fairness to others, I'm going to jump around a little bit. Rick, aloha from Honolulu. I'm not surprised, disappointed, not surprised. Jesse Rogers says the Cubs were never really going to bring back Tucker, and at this point, I believe it. Yeah, he's not coming back. That's a lock. Let's be honest. He looks broken. The whole team looks broken. We know the stat. They haven't scored more than 3 runs in a game since 2017 in a playoff game, an MLB record, 13 straight. It just don't... I said this last night. 35 of 43 innings are scoreless frames. You have 2 singles after a 3-run inning where like you had a single, you had a walk, you had a homer, and it's like, okay, here we go. Hitting's contagious. Then you get a Justin Turner single in the 2nd, a Nico Horner single in the 5th, and bye-bye. That's it. I'm okay. I'll tip my cap when it's time to tip a cap. The Brewers bullpen was great, but come on. There were some shitty at-bats in that. In the innings 2 through 9 last night. There were. Phil says, when I think of stars like Ohtani, Betts, Cal Raleigh, Guerrero, Schwarber, PCA, Vaughn is definitely not on the bingo card. Really? I'm not sure, Phil, that PCA is on. I don't know how PCA is on the bingo card. Honestly, PCA is not in the Schwarber, Guerrero, Cal Raleigh, Mookie Betts, Shohei Ohtani. That is, sorry, you need to move PCA down. You have to. What's up, Kyle? Very disappointed with last night's outcome. Not to defend Craig, but he can't make the players pitch and hit well. His decision's absolutely on him. I think that's extremely fair. There needs to be accountability on everyone, the front office, the manager, and the players. And I think, Kyle, that's really well said. Much like your documentary about the 03 Cubs, players have to be held accountable too. Appreciate that, Kyle. Any of you and haven't seen it yet, check it out. It's a great watch. Take that. Thanks, Kyle. Can't make it tonight as I'm watching the Hawks opener tonight with one of the biggest Blackhawks fans I know. Shout out to my mom. Love you. That's awesome, Kyle. Watching the Black. Did I see this right? That the Blackhawks puck drops like at 4 o'clock? What is going on in Florida? The early bird special. That is the ultimate like Florida living. Yeah. They have a 4 o'clock game, raising the banner in Florida early so everyone can get home and get in bed down in Florida. Wow. At least the Blackhawks can see up close what a Stanley Cup champion looks like. Maybe Kyle Davidson can learn something just saying. Hey, Phil, I feel like the Blackhawks have opened the season raising banners the last few years in other rinks. The Blackhawks are always going to be a draw. These are the games you can sneak up and steal because, as we all know in Chicago from a decade ago, those banner raising nights, there's so much raw emotion and energy expended, like in the building. By the time the puck drops, like all the good stuff's done. So you could steal a game. Kyle, I just hope Davidson doesn't see all his prospects as untradeable like Jed does. Not all guys are going to pan out, just stating the facts. Absolutely. Thomas, the Brewers clearly want it more than the Cubs. They haven't been in a World Series since I was 5, way back in 1982. Here's what I'll say, Thomas, about that stuff. Somebody wants it more than others. I could tell you for a fact, there's not one Milwaukee Brewer that gives 2 shits about 1982. None of them were born. I'm telling you that for a fact. They're worried about what's going on right now. And as much as this hurts to hear, we care more at the end of the day than any of them. I really believe that. This is a business versus loyalties and blood, okay? We're going to pound into the pavement. 1984, 1989, 2003, 07, 08, 15, and then finally 16, just like the White Sox fans. 83, 93, 2000, 2005, 2008, the whole failed rebuild. That's we wear that. They don't. My prediction is Brewers Mariners to see who gets their first title ever. The network will hate it. I will absolutely love that series. Although I think the Mariners, well, I don't know. I think the Mariners do get past Jack Flaherty today. It's a big game in Detroit today for the Seattle Mariners. Really big. Landon, love it when the real Phil Simms brings the fire on a rainy day. Kyle Tucker playing his way into the White Sox budget range. Now, as a White Sox fan, I will take a slumping Kyle Tucker. That's not happening. Let's be honest. He'll probably end up in LA. Rick, I've stated numerous times that I was afraid PCA is a second coming of Albert Almora. Okay, first of all, I'm going to move that aside. PCA has one really hot streak and fizzled out the rest of the time. Defensive center fielders are a dime a dozen. Rick, I love you dearly. You're on this show every day. You're waking up early in Hawaii. What are you drinking today, my friend? Seriously, what are you drinking? Albert Almora. I just want to look this up real quick. Albert Almora has 33 career home runs. 33 career home runs. Okay, he's out of the game, as we know. And Pete Crow Armstrong hit 31 this year. He's got 41. He's not in the same company as Albert Almora. He's not. Now, he has slumped, yes. However, different player. Tuckered out. That's funny. Yeah. Landon, how about Liam Cohen's favorite brewer? Andrew Vaughn. That's really funny. That game was actually crazy. I had the double, now that we can do the multi-views with all these different channels, had both games going. It was fantastic. Came within 3 yards of a monster. Cap came within a Ian Happ single of a monster. Both of us are sitting here talking about what might have been. Talk about the shock of the football season. I usually give a new coach until the following season to see how they do when they don't have a last place schedule. Kyle, if Davidson is smart, he'll spend money and build around Bedard. Simple as that. At some point, you got to. TJ, people talking about what to offer Tucker. I don't think it matters. He doesn't seem to want to be here. I don't think that's necessarily true. He's going to go where the money goes. And I'm just asking all of you, if he wants 8+ years at $300+ million, who's running to the door? He's June 1st. I think everyone is. Right now, everyone's saying, thanks for your time. To paraphrase the movie Tropic Thunder, Davidson needs to go full Bedard and spend that money. TJ, we could watch Craig get outmanaged in real time in that in-game interview. He seemed very surprised the Brewers were not going to get Priester. I said that last night when we did the podcast after the game live. I said, did you watch the in-game interview? And Craig goes, it looks like we're going to get a bullpen game. I said right there, it's chess versus checkers, man. Checkmate. That's exactly what I said on the podcast with Cap and Gordon. He expected one thing and got played. It's a shame so many of us predicted what would happen at the deadline as soon as Jed got his extension. Jay True, a quality member, and if you'd like to be a member, join the club. Membership stuff coming today. We'll be at Hooters. I'm going to talk about that in a second. Got to take care of the members. You guys have been awesome. Jay True, one of our best. Big fan of the Jay True. Are you going to be at Hooters tonight, Jay True? And if you are, please take an Uber or a Lyft. Gotta love the highest paid manager in baseball get out coached by his mentor. The Brewers are a better run organization top to bottom. You would think Tom would be bothered by continuing to lose every year to a team spending $100 million less. Instead, he rewarded Jed. No one can argue this. We're all on the same page. Tucker has been aided by hitting with Altuve, Correa, Jordan, and Bregman. Giving him $400 million would be disastrous. I actually wonder I don't know if he's getting that anymore. 300 though, I'll bet anybody anything he gets 300 million. The Brewers seem to have gotten better after Craig left. We are seeing why. Certainly, I don't know. Sure, I mean, they're the best team in baseball for the first time since 1982. But I mean, they've won 3 straight division titles, 4 of their last 5. It's more of a baton handoff. Jay True says at least Carter Hawkins has 2032 to worry about. As I mentioned, we're going to be at Hooters Downers Grove tonight, 1303 Butterfield Road, Downers Grove, Illinois. The show starts at 8. Make sure you get there early. Get a table if you haven't already. Get some food. Get a pop or two, one of those Big Daddy mugs, and come hang out with Cap, Alex Brown, Tom Waddle. I'll be out there. Katie will be out there. We'll be ready to go. It's our first on-site of Studio 41 Football Recap Live. We're jacked up about it. So we're looking forward to see you. Make sure you come up to us. Introduce yourselves. A lot of you already know. I know the real Phil Simms will be out there. He already told me. No surprise. I love being born and raised in Chicago because out of the womb, my first words were fire that insert GM or owner. Jay True for the win. Jay True for the win. I totally agree. Our buddy Wayne thinks Nazar is better than Bedard and they should build around him. Breaking news, Joe Flacco. I did see this. The Browns traded him to the Cincinnati Bengals in division. I mean, the fact that the Browns got anything for that is hilarious. You never see in division trades usually, especially with quarterbacks, but come on, let's be honest. I don't understand why the Bengals didn't go after somebody like Jameis Winston, but whatever. Browning sucks. He's horrible. Josh, this is Raps. I'm not going to rip into Jed, but Tom Ricketts, you are in for a very rude awakening after we get swept tomorrow. Wow, Josh coming in hot. Did Cincinnati take Carter Hawkins as well? Godfather, let's review. I said last week this pitching staff is the worst in all of the playoffs. It is. Worst hitting team in the playoffs. It is. Okay, Godfather. And to help sum up Godfather's dissertation, we're still under the luxury tax. Kyle, Guff, enjoy a Big Daddy mug for me tonight. Maybe a mango habanero wing too, Kyle. You're lathering the lips a little, my friend. I might just have to do that.
Why is it about the money, Godfather? Freaking Brewers spent $90 million less. Why is it always about the money?
Well, because clearly the money got in the way this time. Money and prospects. You would rather have not mortgaged some of your future for higher paying players.
Yeah, I don't think the money mattered. I think it was prospects.
And they're not going to sign the one guy that they went off and said, oh, we love this guy, blah, blah, blah. I think there's a little combination of both. I do. And they said that the Bellinger money was going to be reallocated. Really wasn't. So I get it. They're like 12th in payroll. I mean, it's fine. Just think in 24 hours, I'm going to start saying, fire Davidson. Godfather. Only one's making out great from all this is the extra revenue for Mr. Potter and new contract for Champagne Jed. Fans suffer once again. Don't worry, we're already 4 years into the 10-year rebuild. WWE ringside guy, Guff, this is a Jed problem. If we had another good starter, things would be different. Cubs need to get Schwarber back and say bye to Tucker. Get 2 great starters this offseason. So I was listening to one Cap and Jay Hood this morning. Shay Norling in for Cap or for Hoodie. And they were talking about this. And I don't disagree with Shay. You guys want 2 top-end starters. That's going to cost you roughly the same as it's going to cost to re-sign Tucker. Now, if you're telling me you would spend $300 million and it's got to be Tucker or 2 starters, I'm taking the 2 starters every day of the week. So I just don't know if the Cubs are going to spend for Kyle Schwarber and 2 starters. That's a lot of money. This lunch rush for you is my routine every day. I appreciate you being this is the community, man. We're here together. Also, just think the Cubs organization makes $584 million a year, $500 million. Yet we pray for Colin Ray. Something seems amiss by that. I'm telling you right now, they're not making $584 million a year. They're getting pummeled in their TV contract. Pummeled. Trust me. The Marquee Network, not doing well. See RSNs all over the country, with the exception of the Dodgers, the Phillies, and the San Francisco Giants, I think, are the 3 that come to mind. Everyone's taken a bath in the RSN game. Everyone. And I know it's a bigger conversation. I've been spitting this news for over a year here, but I'm just letting you know, there's some teams taking an absolute bath. Talk to Jed. He said, put me in game 3. I'm a 30-age pitcher closer, and Shota will be out of game. Trouble, mistakes. Cowart, at least we got the NFL, college football, and hockey. There's some positivity. Jess, hope someone makes one of those decorative signs that I can hang in my living room that says Chicago Cubs 2032 World Series champions. Yeah, that's a quote that will never die. That's a quote that will never die. Kyle, money is no object to them. They just want to win no matter what it costs. Learn something from these owners, Chicago. We have who we have, which is why it's the first time we've ever had a playoff team here on the recap. Pablo, 2 weeks from today, it'll be the 1-year anniversary of the REKAP Lunch Hour. Hoping to get to whichever Hooters the recap crew will be that night. Pablo, you were the first guy that brought this up. So yeah, 2 weeks from tonight, actually, we will be out in Orland Park. And it will be the 1-year anniversary of the REKAP Lunch Hour, which is crazy. So we got a double celebration 2 weeks from tonight in Orland Park. Jay True's getting the 2032 Cubs tattooed this weekend. Godfather. So Ricketts ends the year with bags and bags of extra cash, full park concerts, now Big Ten football, all the money from Marquee, which is none, and a small payroll next year. Thank you, Jess. You're a big part of it. Landon, I'm so hungry I could eat a Hooters home run burger or a whole Alaskan snow crab leg dinner. Speaking of Hooters, it's the best place to go to watch the games. Playoff baseball, college football, NFL football, cold beer, great food, iconic Hooters girls. Of course, the lunch specials every day, the hamburger. Yeah, I said the hamburger. Underrated at Hooters. The OG wings, the boneless wings, 11 to 3 every day. Those specials, the Big Daddy mugs. Bud Light, Dos Equis, Oktoberfest. Yes, it's October. And of course, when I say the Michelob Ultra, got to keep that beach body, even though we're getting into the latter days of the calendar year. And order.hooters.com is your place to go if you'd like to have it picked up. If you'd like to pick up, fine. If you have it delivered to your door, to your office, whatever it might be, order.hooters.com. We do it all the time in the Guff house. We get the cinnamon pretzel bites as well. Originalhooters.com. Visit one of the 11 Chicagoland locations near you and make sure, just to reiterate, that you're going to be with us tonight at Hooters. Tonight at Hooters is the show, Studio 41 Football Recap Live. We will break down the Bears' first 4 weeks of the season and look ahead to the Washington Commanders. Cap, Tommy Waddle, Alex Brown in the house. Former Bear Alex Brown. Come hang out, say hello, take some pictures, get some autographs, have some food, some cold beer, maybe a drink of the month or $8 all month long at Hooters, proud partner of the Recap and the REKAP Lunch Hour. Let's jump down a little bit here. What do we got? I mean, we have so many. You want to see Top Guff. You know what? Damn it. Hang on. You want to see Top Guff. That's why I got all these extra Breck Bear took care of me. I'm going a little early now because Top Guff. You want to see Top Guff because the bet of the day hit last night? Is that what you're telling me? All good. The bet of the day hit last night. So what is the bet of the day today? It's an early start, folks. It's an afternoon baseball game in Detroit. We had Travis Kelce, some guy named Travis Kelce. Have you ever heard of him? 50 plus yards. I gave you that out last night. That was a plus money prop. And man, oh man, was that game incredible. Oh, that's funny, ESPN. Was that game incredible? And guess how many yards one Travis Kelce finished with? At one point, he had 50 exactly. He finished with 61. So a plus 105 on that. And we are cashing, and we are up to 15-10 on the year. I'm going Randy Arozarena today against Jack Flaherty. 2+ hits, runs, and RBIs at minus 115. Yes, he has had a lot of success off of Jack Flaherty. Randy Arozarena is just one of those dudes that knows how to play in the postseason. He's gone all the way back to Tampa Bay. This guy, his career postseason batting average, by the way, his career postseason batting average is 322. He has an OPS of 1054 in his career in the postseason. 2+ hits, runs, and RBIs at minus 115. That is our bet of the day. Got that out of the way. And yes, there we go. You want a Top Guff? I give you Top Guff. Tyreek Stevenson chiming in. Tyreek, thank you for appearing on this week's episode of Intercepted, which if you haven't checked out yet, please do. It got a lot of play last night on social from other outlets of how he feels about last year's debacle after the Hail Mary in the video. You want to talk about taking accountability and maturation over a calendar year? Tyreek Stevenson's bite, it's about a 3-minute long clip. And we put it out on the socials yesterday. Take a look at it. I'd actually advise you to take a look at the entire episode. I tweeted it out last night because it's really, really good. And all the Tyreek Stevenson vitriol that came last year, I was like, dude, this guy, he's come a long way. So there we go. A need for speed or Hooters, says the dead Josh. Blackhawks will be fun to watch despite not making the playoffs again, and Bears are doing well. Cubs, man, I'm so close to calling the number and reporting Tom Ricketts for false crimes. I mean, think about that. 92 wins. They win the wild card series. Boom. Hockey tonight, win or lose. Hockey is back, says Wayne. Wayne, hope you enjoyed your birthday yesterday. Big 7-0, man. That's awesome. PJ Flyer, the amount of disrespect for Michael Bush is absolutely insane. Another managerial organizational decision that was a disaster. I have no problem with. Why was that a disaster? What Michael Bush, yes, has been your best hitter in the playoffs, but that's like, what's that mean? Justin Turner did get a hit, by the way. He was one of the Cubs' 4 hits. Wasn't a disaster. The Cubs had nobody on base. Dominic, even with a more playoff-ready rotation, averaging 2.5 runs a game isn't going to do it. Amen. Amen. Let's get this membership up in the 25 to 30 range, and we can start pumping out content and doing some members-only Q&As just for you guys. That's how you join right there. Hop on board. Bush being benched was ridiculous. Stop benching him versus lefties. But, guys, he's not been I have no problem with that one. We can sit here and pick apart Craig Counsell all day, and we have, but it's just that one I don't have a problem with. And he got a hit. Okay. Not Michael Bush. I'm talking about Justin Turner. It's not like Bush came in and was 2 for 2 with 2 bombs. He has a 642 OPS and a 207 batting average, 18 for 87 against lefties. Okay. Let's not pretend that he's he's fantastic against left-handed pitchers. 26 strikeouts, 7 walks. Will Shota be ready for Game 5? Is that a real question? I think I'm done seeing Shota pitch in the playoffs. You are welcome, Wayne. You are welcome. Council's awful, says Ed. PJ, Turner got a hit, but maybe Bush hits a home run. Oh, now we're doing like what? Turner isn't even close to the hitter Bush is right now. He should never be benched. Okay. We are bitching about something that wouldn't have mattered in the long run. It's just a fact. It is. Maybe he hits a home run. That's what we're going to say against a left-handed hitter or left-handed pitcher. Maybe he hits. No. I'm pulling up. Michael Bush was 0 for 2. I mean, I understand. Maybe you move him down in the order. Maybe counselor should be a counselor. I like that. I absolutely hate leading off Justin Turner. He's not a threat to go deep. PJ, you got, it's like the best of the worst right now. The team can't hit. The offense is broken. All the people, Phil, to your point about don't you wish Joe Madden was still there? I loved Joe Madden. Okay? Everyone, oh, he almost lost us the World Series. There's a banner hanging forever at Wrigley Field. They won 3 straight games when they were down 3-1. I'm a Joe Madden guy. I am. I think the Dodgers will be smart enough to take Tucker. How does Bush get better versus lefties if you keep benching him? This is not an uncommon thing, lefty on lefty. Cap's favorite chicken wing flavor is... You got a favorite... He likes something spicy, so maybe just the hot. Buffalo, hot Buffalo. I honestly believe Cubs take 1 game at Wrigley, and that's it. The way the Cubs were hitting Ashby, I wouldn't be surprised if Bush gets a hit. I mean, this is all, it's like wasted airspace. The offense was broken since 2017. Joe Sheehan. Counsell is a classic overthinker and tries to get cute. Cubs need better hitting and an absolute ace, number 1, to get over the hump. They definitely need an ace. Kate Horton going down really hurt. I wish Cubs never hired Craig Counsell last year. Steven, bow to the priest. Ed, they say Turner has a higher average versus lefties. Bush has only played 2 seasons. Turner like 15. That's why you brought him in here for the start. I want Bush taking the left-handed at bats, not Turner. Okay, PJ, I hear you. Tyreek, Madden ran himself out of town, almost lost the World Series. Oh, almost lost the World Series. But they forgot. Did they win? Oh, okay. Guff, why does Cap give Jed softball questions when he's in your studio? Screams about him when he's not. There was some. We asked questions about the spending, etc. He's not afraid to ask Jed the tough stuff. I've seen it happen. I've seen it here. I've seen it outside of here. Counsell will be the only clown that would start Shota game 2. Counsell is stuck with the lineup at the 49% striker rate, stuck with a few options. Take it 1 game and go win game 3. That's where I'm at, Lip. Just worry about tomorrow. I'm just glad. Sinus and snoring MD. Craig Counsell doesn't not talking the Cubs players' bad leadership. WWA ringside guy, have you heard of respect? My dude Guff and Cap aren't 2 years old. Kurt, I hate to admit it, but this is exactly the Cubs in the second half, and Jed did nothing to help it. I totally agree. I will say that I woke up mad, but coffee with Cap calmed me down a bit. I'm bitter about July, but there are so many pieces broken with the Cubs. A couple more here. I said a very similar thing about Savali, and he should start, and everyone told me he shouldn't be on the roster. Craig won't be on Guff's guest. Not afraid to bring him on. Cap is on the phone. He just walked out. Not afraid to show Cap. Well, you have to win. It's not even better. You have to. Did you see my other comments, Ryan McGuffey? Clyde, I did skip ahead. There was about 300 in here. So I see this comment. The manager can't swing the bats. Really well said, Big Easy. Bubs, I woke up happy because the Bears didn't lose this weekend. Thank God that we got the Bear back. Let's hope that they get a big win, man, and it gets really interesting with their schedule. There you see it. Randy Arozarena, our pick of the day, our bet of the day here on the channel. PJ likes the Cubs in 5. And I want to remind all of you about Hooters tonight. Make sure you come out tonight. Oh, boy. Who's producing this show? Studio 41 Football Recap Live tonight. Downers Grove. Make your plans to be there. I hope if you're coming, pop it in the chat right now. Raise your hand if you're coming tonight. Look forward to seeing you before I sign off here so I know who to expect. Alex Brown, Cap, Tom Waddle, myself, Katie, we'll all be out there. Come join us. We're going to have a lot of fun at Hooters Downers Grove. Looking forward to being out there and seeing all of you. Jay, I feel like I have to drink milk when watching the Hawks game this afternoon. So it's because it's in Florida, man. Are we getting a recap of the Bulls game tonight? Not the preseason. We won't do the preseason games. The Bulls games, bet your ass, WWE. Gotta believe. Cubs in 5. I like PJ. All of a sudden, PJ's coming along. Hope you guys make your way to O'Hare this year. January 6th, Jess. It's a long time from now. Of the 5 remotes, it's our last of the year. January 6th. Put on your calendar. Be a way to ring in the new year. Got to get Alex Brown to sign my Forte jersey. Come on out, Bubs. Come on out. Bulls and Hawks tonight. And it's like, what? The world keeps moving. Dad, I think the Cubs need a new hitting coach. John Maley, who was on the 2016 Cubs, still there. There you go, Jess. Absolutely. Appreciate you all. The weather is starting to turn. Ton of rain last night. Woo. It's been a while. Appreciate you guys for being here. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Remember, tonight, Hooters, Downers Grove. Need you out there. Come on out. See the guys. Appreciate Hooters, originalhooters.com. Order.hooters.com. Get some lunch. Have it delivered to you right now. Have a great day. In spite of the Cubs, tomorrow you have a shot to win a baseball game. Figure it out. Appreciate you guys. We'll be back tomorrow. Take that. See you tonight.